energy. I heard precision is the name of the game. Precision is the name of the game. Got off the rails. Right underneath that was cancel. We're gonna get into this. This one's gonna go deep. This one's gonna go deep. Just watch. Just watch. Only take what resonates. If it doesn't fit your story, just use it as entertainment purely, or leave. That's fine. You choose where to be. Okay. Let's get into this though. This one's gonna be exciting. Because someone is losing their shit. Someone is trying so hard to cover up their own tracks. They are trying to cancel someone else, but they cannot show this. They're trying to hide it. They're trying to hide this. They have this yikes, but it was kind of in reverse. So they're in the process of being heavily exposed, but still really desperately trying to cover it up, trying to create certain situations to separate an individual through gossip, shit like that, lame shit, to cancel someone in this lame-ass cancel culture that we live in. This could be like an ex-spouse of someone who is trying to keep people away from their ex so that they don't find out how bad that relationship is, something along that. It could be a relationship that is in separation, and one individual within that relationship is really off the fucking rails and maybe kind of went along the lines of smearing someone behind their back, but doing this in a very like covert fashion with the whisper card there. And this person is panicking because their attempts have not worked, and it's kind of growing more and more obvious how much and what they are trying to cover up by pointing all fingers at this one person that they're trying to isolate and cancel. So the reason why they're trying to cancel this person is because this person contrasts their story so deeply. The contrast is so stark and so obvious that this person that's off the rails, their attempts, they do not work, right? And maybe when this person was in their presence, they were able to provoke and get this person to act out, basically pushing them into their worst self. Maybe getting them to act out to where these whispers of concern or whatever would make it believable that this person was maybe erratic or something. But that's just what's that called? Reactive abuse. However, with the separation of this relationship, this person being able to get away from the toxicity and stand strong on their own is the sense I'm getting from this. None of this smear, this whispers behind the back to cover something up is actually working. That's the essence of this. I'm getting something about a feud, a family feud. I don't know if that show is significant or if there has been like a feud within a family. Got chills. There's something there. Maybe a family's fighting about something or fighting for something, fighting to protect someone. We'll figure out what that is. Family feud. It could be that the person going off the rails, like their own family, is fighting with them. Their own family might be tired of them. I'm not sure what this is. We'll see. But this person that's off the rails, I can feel it in. They might feel betrayed by their family. Maybe their family turned them in or told. told the authorities even. That's what I got. Told the authorities something about this person, and now this person's really going off the rails, but trying to put possibly their crimes, because it feels like the authorities are involved, and it could just be abuse in this relationship. They're trying to cover up their crimes, trying to make it look like it was the person that they're projecting onto, when they're the ones that is actually going off the rails. And maybe they were able to keep their cool within the relationship, and again, provoking to try to make that other person look crazy, and maybe because it brought out their worst, you know, because everyone under that kind of pressure consistently is going to break. That's just how it goes. But this person, there's separation, clear separation here. And that's usually, especially when the smears get worse in these types of situations. But it seems like the person they're trying to cancel is someone who is very grounded and firm in their truth, and who is, I'm getting like a sense of like integrated, like their shadow. So like whatever they display while in this connection, they're aware that for one, that doesn't make them who they are, but that was the thing protecting them from this person. And them getting out of that situation, kind of canceling the relationship, brought them back to safety, back home to themselves, and they were able to heal and go through that process to move forward. But now this kind of leaves the other person who was smearing them the entire time in this position where they're completely like mortified, because now they have no choice but to face what they've fucking done. Welcome in, you guys. Good to see you, Matt. I won't worry. I am still waiting for your email, Matt. It's been some days. And if you tried to send one, maybe it didn't go through, but I am waiting, sir. Welcome in, everybody. You know what? They might be going off the rails on a crazy train. I don't really know. But it's a yikes moment. It's a yikes fucking moment. For whoever this person is, and anyone around them. I feel like their family around them is definitely noticing this and struggling with them. Possibly their family even cut them off, and this is making things even harder for them. So this person's, it's like desperately trying to cover something up, and I don't know exactly what they've done or how bad, but we're gonna find some shit out. This mortification card keeps coming out no matter how much I shuffle. I think people are mortified to be finding out how this person treated this person, treated the person they're trying to slander and use to like basically scapegoat. And I think maybe their family is finding out things about this person that they never knew before. Maybe they're finding out about certain crimes that this person committed that they didn't know about before, and maybe through this person speaking out after leaving the relationship. And it seems to be with even just certain things being spoken about this relationship, possibly from this healing process. Maybe even more was uncovered. Maybe even more people were found the courage to speak up about, hey, I actually had that similar experience with this person too. And so now it's like I feel more people bringing more information to light, and like this family is finding out about it. There's like some feuds there, or they've been fighting with their family. They're still trying to cover up. This person's a fucking coward is basically what they are. They cannot, basically they're just getting like more and more erratic in their behavior, trying to cover their tracks. Whereas the person they're trying to slander and maybe scapegoat and trying to say that they were whatever they're doing, that person through their healing has obviously restabilized after getting out of that abusive relationship where they were provoked heavily. And people are mortified. People are absolutely mortified to be finding these things out about this person. Have I written any poetry? I actually have, yeah. I should probably record it and put it out there, but I haven't. I actually wrote like, I don't know, like 3 to 5 recently, but I'll keep writing. Don't worry. It's good to see you, Michael. See you here. Always love when you join. I know you never know what you're gonna get with YouTube Live. Welcome back, I see ya. Alright, let's see what else is going on. How is this person really going off the rails? What is it exactly that they're trying to do? And what are they trying to cover up? Let's see what we can pull through. Because there's this energy of mortification coming through very, very heavily. I get this is more like, this is a masculine energy that is extremely abusive, but they like to, it's like covert abuse. They like to make it look like other people are erratic and crazy. And this is a pattern of theirs. They will poke, provoke. And they will treat every one of their relationships like this. Whatever they have to do, they will get deep into someone's psyche to find their weak points, to know exactly what to use against them, to make them as deeply insecure as they can, and just keep pushing them, to try to, because basically they're gonna try to get them to act as crazy as possible so that this person can get away with certain things. This person is a criminal. Like, I get law enforcement involved in actually keeping an eye on this person heavily, and that's partly why this person's so scared. The pressure's on. But this person is not honest. This person isn't grounded at all either. Well, obviously, if you're treating people like that, but this is definitely like an ex-husband-wife situation. Or even if there wasn't marriage, it's definitely a separation of a relationship where this definitely provoking. And we have Queen of Wands showing up in the upright right now, so I feel like this is that healed person. And in a much better state where they were. Whereas if this was in the reverse, like being in a very toxic situation, being pushed to your edge, obviously that would come with some heat, a bit of fire, right? Let's see. Would love to hear them. Help feel the feelings. Yeah, it really does help feel the feelings. Helps you understand what you're feeling too. I'll post them. Maybe I'll record some tomorrow. Definitely will. Alright, let's see. So I feel like what's being uncovered is basically the lies, all the whispers, to create this like isolation, to keep this person isolated basically. Because when in that relationship, I feel this person's the off the rails person, their insecurities drives their behavior, right? So they provoke so that this person, this Queen of Wands person, won't leave them. Trying to make them insecure, trying to make them completely dependent on them, and trying to isolate them from all their friends and family. I miss New York too. New York can be fun. So yeah, really trying to isolate, trying to make sure they're not connected to any friends and family so that they have no support. There's that devil energy. This very much feels like the off the rails person and their tactics, like keeping someone caged. But this is Queen of Wands, she needs to be fucking free. She's gonna be pretty pissed off, especially if you keep provoking her and pushing every single one of her fucking buttons, right? But so this could have actually deeply affected this person to where maybe she did lose a lot of friends and family and had to separate herself completely from all sorts of people in order to get herself right again. But she did. She sure as fuck did, because she's in the upright now. Now, all these things though that were said become very obvious when this person is showing up in their strength. And especially once they've gone through their healing and have understood what happened within the relationship and is now speaking out about it. And this person, this Queen of Wands, is bold enough to speak out about it. Queen of Wands is gonna fucking speak out. She freed herself. She's also very intuitive. This is a person that is strong enough to actually pull herself away rather than staying in an abusive connection. She chose a better life for herself. She chose to escape that life to create something better for herself. And she used her intuition to do that with that black cat here. That's what that's speaking to me. This person might even have a cat or a black cat. Or it's just the energy. But this is a powerful person, and this person being in their power now exposes this other off-the-rails psycho-ass person who is abusive as fuck anyways, and people are completely mortified to hear what actually happened, what this person's been going through. I want to see if we can get anything about this cover-up. What are they trying to cover up exactly? It seems like they were really trying to, with this 5 of Cups here, like they were really trying to trap this person with this net in their emotions, trap this person in the connection with their other connections outside of it, right? Keep them stuck in this really heavy feeling state so that they don't have strength to break free. But you fucked with a Queen of Wands, homie. That was your mistake. That was your fucking mistake. Maybe they thought she was someone else. I know. Readings are so specific. He says one thing, or does the story emerge from each card's reading? What do you like most about doing it? It's really amazing. Honestly, it just comes through. So for me, it's reading the energy. The cards can help point to things for me, but I also get visions. I hear things sometimes. I'll let you know if I see, I hear, I feel, like whatever. I'm very empathic, so I feel the energy, or sometimes I just drops in information. But I just, whatever comes through is what I read. So I just try to flow as it comes through. And this is something that just takes practice, but everyone can do it. And we all develop our own gifts along the way. We got the Page of Swords in reverse, so this person can't really be seen or connected to. There's this separation energy here because this person broke away from the relationship altogether. I started off that before I even really got into the cards so much, I heard precision is the name of the game. That was what the title is. Honestly, you know what? One of my favorite authors has become this guy right here, Murakami. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but this book in particular is really good. If you've never read it, Hard-Boiled Wonderland and the End of the World, you should check it out. It's fucking dope. It's so strange and delicious. Woo! Gives me chills. I feel like this off the rails person is trying to find a way to I don't know. I feel like there's a sense that, I don't know, maybe this person, the Queen of Wands, got away so where maybe she can't see this other off the rails person. She's in her own energy, in her own power. Sorry, hold on. In her own energy, in her own power, moved away. Maybe she can't see them. I feel like they possibly can see her if she's in this Queen of Wands energy. Or maybe they can't, but there's something to where this person standing in their power, so the people around them see that, let's see, the people around them see, possibly their ex-family-in-law sees this, sees this person heal and sees that this person isn't what they were told by that their family member about this person. Seeing this person in a new light, so maybe they saw them when they were messy in that relationship, but now that they're not, there's a huge contrast. And seeing that the person, the off the rails person, is behaving in a wild way because this person's in their strength. And we got Queen of Wands again. They're trying to make this person smaller. Tattoos and a shaved head doesn't have anything to do with spirituality. My practices, my devotion makes me a spiritually balanced individual. William Burroughs, I haven't checked that out to look into it. Was there a specific book by William Burroughs that you like? Also, shaved head can be symbolic of like ego death, like letting go of something. Like my hair was down to my butt, but I completely surrender any attachments to ego, which I think makes me very spiritually balanced. I feel that. Who's expressing that? Enlightenment is fleeting and it happens in moments where we find clarity. I think there's maybe certain things that you don't quite understand yet and you're trying to get something across, but it's not coming through. I think you're really just in a space of judgment more than anything, trying to project something I don't understand. The soft machine and Nova Express. Alright, cool. I'll note that down so I can check it out. Because otherwise I'm going to forget about it entirely. Soft machine. Sorry guys, hold on, I'll finish just reading in a moment. Oh, William Burroughs. Wait. Okay, so this person. Six of Swords, King of Pentacles. Let's see. You met him when you lived in the East Village? Oh, that's cool. How was that? Yeah, reading's nice, but it's kind of hard to make time for sometimes. Life gets busy, but I mean, shoot, if you can even get like 5-10 minutes in, I think it's good. It's worth it. But there's always other ways to take information in these days too, which is nice. Sometimes I like to listen to like audiobooks or just YouTube or whatever, taking in information while I'm passively while I'm doing other things like painting or whatever. No, I'm not. My health is good. I just shave my head off. I mean, for many reasons, but we're letting go of stuff and onto a new phase of life. I think that this person, this off the rails person, I think they think that having money and presenting themselves a certain way makes them more stable. I think it makes them feel more insecure in themselves anyways. When they're with someone, they might actually care, but then their insecurity, this person is a fear-based person. their insecurities get them to the point where they need to control a situation and again try to provoke to say, oh no, it's you, you're the reason why I feel terrible, kind of thing. I feel like this person has a very hard time walking. They feel very, it's like they feel addicted to this person. They keep an eye on this person, but they might have a hard, like, I feel like they're at a distance now, or this person has such strong boundaries that they cannot access them. This makes them feel even more insecure. They have a hard time walking away from this, like, psychologically. They have a hard time moving on from this. Like a phoenix. Fashionably slender. Honestly, it's really, I'm just really skinny. I've always had a naturally athletic build. It's hard for me to put on weight. Trust me, I try. I really do try, but I don't know. I'm just naturally really thin. I always have been. And then in times of stress, it's hard to eat, so then I drop even more weight, but nothing but positivity. Thank you so much. It was good to see you. Have a good night. I'll see you soon. Okay, yeah, this person has a very hard time, moving on from whatever this person is, and this person moved on and bettered their life without this person. Now this person, maybe they have a lot of money, maybe they look really secure on the outside, but now they're starting to crack and show that this person never actually moved on from this Queen of Wands. That's what's coming through. Yeah, they're very, very resistant. They're very resistant to change, to growth. They don't know how to choose a new path for themselves. So this person, and that devil energy, that off the rails, this King of Pentacles who's been losing it, is, they're trying to save themselves. They're trying to save face. They're trying to save their own personal reputation, is what they're trying to do. And it feels like things are getting dangerous. Like, it feels like the family of this King of Pentacles person feels like this person's behavior is dangerous, is what's coming through. We've got the Tower and Six of Wands. This person is shocked. I think this King of Pentacles, I think, expected this Queen of Wands person to stay down, to stay isolated, to be destroyed in some way. They really tried their hardest to sabotage them, to cancel them. They tried their hardest. They still are. They're getting really frustrated that it's not working. They're still in this Six of Wands. They're seen as this Queen of Wands. This is shocking. Tower, Temperance. This person's protected. Nothing this King of Pentacles does takes this Queen of Wands down. Nothing. Divine protection. And it's the intuition. This person's tapped the fuck in. It's Wands energy. That's magic, baby. That's magic. This person's deeply intuitive, the Queen of Wands. They were in that relationship for a little bit. They pulled the fuck out because they had the strength to do it. They're bold. They had the strength to stand up to this person and get the fuck out of that terrible situation. And they are seen for their growth, for the person they really are, beyond the turmoil that this King of Pentacles put them through. Because it's not who they actually are as a person, it is who they are. It was perhaps maybe they were messy around this King of Pentacles person because of being constantly provoked. But the shock is in both this King of Pentacles, who really thought that they could keep them down, because I feel like this is their pattern. This is how they treat people that they're in a relationship with, which is why I don't think that this person has too many lasting relationships, because of how they treat people. And maybe they've gotten away with certain things for so long, but now it's being seen. And I get it's at least starting within the family. The family around this person, this King of Pentacles, is seeing their lies clearly now. Maybe questioning them, and maybe their responses. I feel like it's the responses that they're getting. This person's behavior is becoming Yeah, more erratic. I just feel more erratic. Or more confusing. And I don't know. I almost wonder too if these have like kids. These people have kids together. Maybe like 3 kids together. There's something about that. This Queen of Wands person is fiery as fuck and very strong. This King of Pentacles, kind of a bitch. Not gonna lie, a coward. They cannot. They're hiding from themselves, and they have a very hard time. Like they have to control everything. Is the sense that I get from this person. They're very resistant to growing, to facing their own insecurities. This person won't face themselves, and they feel like putting up a front of stability, of having finances or whatever, financial stability is what makes them, like what makes their narrative stick or whatever. Maybe it did for a while. I don't know how long these two have been separated, but damn. I think, okay, so I'm getting from this 3 of Pentacles reverse, like, they might have, really tried to separate this Queen of Wands from, family, friends, but it seems like more than anything, all that did was just hurt the children, and it created more distance between the children and the father than it did with the mother. The mother stayed protecting, but she's fucking fierce, yo. This is a fierce ass mother. This is Queen of Wands energy. But the kids are still deeply affected. Jesus. This is a lot. I don't understand what this King of Pentacles is hiding, so let's figure that out. What is... And I'm still being pulled to this as I'm asking that. What are they trying to cover up? It feels directly related to the children. What did they do? What is this person so resistant towards facing? And the mother feels she has to fiercely protect her kid, her family, her children. So ferociously, almost like, but she took time to heal and to stand guard. She had to be strong. She didn't have a choice. She had to be strong through this to get away. This father could just be extremely neglectful, honestly. I do get the sense of like they provoke, and it's with their words, and it's going to be maybe more subtle, kind of covert ways. Battled Caesars as a baby and outgrew it. Over the years, 5 swimming in green pool water from age 5 to 17, connecting deadly stuff a lot more. Black shade around eyes. Damn. I'm glad you're alright. I hope things get even better for you. Hi Sean, how's it going? Alright, I get this father is neglectful, and they also provoke the fuck out of this mother. They also, I feel like it's a very love-bomby and breadcrumby situation with this mother, the way that they treated her. Chills, but we're right on point now, we're on track. But they were trying to pull the most ugly side out of this mother as they could get, to try to paint her out to be a certain way, with this whispers here, and try to separate her from all friends and family, whatever. Trying to create a lot of instability, a lot of balance, so that she couldn't thrive on her own and her independence away from him. Maybe even trying to take the kids away from her, but I feel something happened with this father and the children. I don't understand. Look, there's that Emperor in the fucking reverse. This is King of Pentacles person is extremely controlling. They're extremely controlling. They could have been the ones to walk away because, oh, this mother is so crazy. If it went that far and maybe they used that to paint the picture, or this mother walked away and that's when the smear campaign started, apply it to your situation, or don't apply it at all if it's not yours. Enjoy it for entertainment. Take it as a learning experience. Live vicariously through a story. But Eight of Cups, there is a walking away from this. This Queen of Wands is healed and stayed fucking fierce. The King of Pentacles, I feel like, is more like they look stable and secure, and maybe they have their finances in order. I'm getting modesty, chills. Maybe they hide behind like a modest kind of facade. But all they do is create instability where they can. Like they create chaos around them and other people so that they can feel like, oh, they're the stable one, like they're better in some way. This is a gross fucking energy. This is disgusting. Sorry, this stuff makes me mad a little bit. And now we have Empress. So again, mother-father energy. So this is just further confirming, but Emperor was in reverse and Empress is in the upright. So what does that tell you? Confirms again that this King of Pentacles person, they're putting up a fucking facade and they're really just a controlling asshole. And this Queen of Wands person who is painted terribly for who knows how long is actually a fucking empress. She was heavily manipulated, and everyone around them was heavily manipulated to create this separation with whispers. This is covert tactics from a fucking coward is what that is. That's some serious bullshit. This person put in so much fucking work to manipulate everyone around them to try to paint this person out to be someone that she's not. To try to get the kids, to try to steal everything from her, to hold up the illusion that they're Mr. fucking perfect. Bullshit. Bull fucking shit. There's no real love there. This person doesn't know how to love. Maybe all they care about is money. Maybe all they care about is their reputation, appearances. That's the sense that I get from this fucking person. What an asshole. Yeah. None of that shit's real. This person lies up their ass. Constant. Disgusting. Alright, I'm gonna pull. That's why people are mortified. I think people are finally seeing. I really feel like there are other people. I'm even hearing people in the community are coming forward to share things that maybe they didn't have the courage to speak up before, but now that certain truths have come to light, now they have the courage. And this person is having to sit back and maybe they cause all kinds of problems within the family, especially with the split here. But now this King of Pentacles is having to sit there with a despicable fucking face, because that is their real face. Behind the masks, their face is fucking despicable. They're disgusting. And all this anger coming through. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, I had to put my charger in. All this anger that's coming through, I feel like is coming from the community around, from the family. Especially members that are still connected to this King of Pentacles, and perhaps ones that distance themselves from this Queen of Wands. They're pissed at this fucking asshole, and the community around also pissed at this asshole. So much is coming to light about this person right now and how disgusting they actually are. This person has no choice but to sit and lay in the bed they fucking made for themselves. Thank fucking God. That's a great place to end this story. Thanks for watching. See you later. Come amore di mito se ti vuoi, potevo farti next.